Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out Genesis by Hololive English Advent, their original group song. So I'm excited to get into this. I hope you're all as well. Let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Okay. I was not. I was not expecting that transition there. Just like abandoning. We had like a very I want to say chaotic, but a very like very active instrumentation support for this intro. So it's a nice like little comparison point to have like transitioning into just like that, monotonous bass pulse. But it is a pretty reliable transition, especially if you're ever like going into like music production and you need some instrumentation to like fill in for like a very vocal like focused segment. I think the bass pulse is pretty reliable. I like how they did it like dynamic on that transition. Okay. Okay. Nice. There we go. Okay. This is a shiori novella, I believe. I haven't heard much from her. I don't think we've heard anything of her outside of her group songs. It's a nice voice. I think it's like a little bit like, I don't think she's like a singer from what I've seen from her. Like I don't think I've seen like music from her, but she has a nice voice. I like it. I like her voice. Nice. That was a good live. And then Narissa, of course. Amazing vocals. Okay. What is that like squeakiness in the instrumentation there? All right. Nice. Whoa, okay. This is a really nice, I like the instrumentation here. Those drums are awesome. Nice. Okay. Interesting vocal isolation on that segment. Got like a almost like reminiscent of like an 8-bit sort of like, video game retro-esque melody there on instrumentation. Like heavy wah pedal on the guitar as well. Okay. I like the guitar there. They keep using that squeak sound effect. Nice. I'm very happy they held that. I'm very happy they held that sustain. I like her voice, man. She has to. I want to hear more from Shiori. Nice. All right. That was Genesis from hololive English Advent. I like that. It's I think the first maybe 30 seconds or so, just like up until the chorus, really. That first chorus, I was still kind of like trying to find something to latch onto. It was like, it was a bit sporadic, but you could tell that the song was still very directed. I think up until we had that little switch up into the instrumentation going on that bass pulse, I was a little bit like, okay, this is we're getting like the intro flair out of the way, but we kept that energy going, which was nice. I do think I enjoyed like keeping that energy. I really liked. I think this is Fuwawa, who did like the vocal lifts on her segment. It was interesting on that last segment. Like her sister Mokoko, I think. Um, I didn't hear her follow up on that last like I don't know if it was the last segment, but I think it was Narissa who did the follow up from Fuawa's lift. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find the exact part, but I'm not sure if I can find it. But hopefully you know what I'm talking about. the Let me see if I can find it. Here, found it. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I don't hear a Mokoko there. I think that's Narissa doing the follow up. I can hear her here, but yeah, I don't think she got. I think she lost one solo, like a little focus point to Narissa there. But I do think it created like a progression in the sense of each verse, right, in the song. It creates that variation as you progress through the song, which is nice. Not to say that I think even if they kept Mokoko's part there, I think they would have had enough. This is a very active song, and I enjoyed that. Um, Overall, this was a pretty good song. It's not like I wouldn't say it's super catchy, which I think is okay. I mean, on like a second or third listen, I might think it's pretty catchy, but like on my first listen, I don't have a super clear like, okay, like this is really like stuck in my head. I could recite the melody or anything, but I do think from a showcase of the vocalists here and just like the lyrics were pretty good. I think a lot of these like group like VTuber songs, they sometimes suffer from lyricism and having it kind of conflict with the instrumentation or the rhythm. I think it was pretty good here. I think whoever did the lyrics did a pretty good job. I'm pretty impressed with this. But um but yeah, I wanna is there any let me know if there's any like covers or originals or something that I should listen to from Shiori, because I don't I feel like I've checked her channel before to see if she had anything, and I feel like I don't remember seeing anything, but it's possible I was mistaken or I didn't realize something was like a like song or a cover or something. So yeah, let me know if there's anything I should check out from her, because I really like her voice. I think it sounds really good here. Um I think she's challenging her range a little bit, but her execution on it is very very pleasing to the ear. So I really like it. And then Narissa, of course, is like awesome as always. She has an incredible range, incredible like versatility, and like the control over her voice is amazing. Um, Awa, like I was pretty impressed as well. She had like a very like delicate control. Her voice is like feels naturally kind of soft and like breathy, but she was still able to get that velocity where she needs it, and she has a control to like do those lifts and not exactly like runs, but have that variation as she's going through her vocal lines that keeps it very like technically impressive. Um, and yeah, the other two, I believe Mokoko and Bijou were pretty good. They were pretty good as well. I don't think they had like super standout moments, but they were very solid in their parts. I feel like Mokoko might have played more like a backup role to Fuwao here, just kind of like harmonizing with her and doing like backing vocals. She had like a couple like spotlights, but not super like not like really showing off her vocals per se. And then Bijou had like the I mean she had like solo segments, but I wouldn't say she was like popping off technically like on the vocal side of things, which is fine. I don't want to make it sound like that's a negative thing. It's fine if they didn't have like a super technical show off thing for their vocals. I think they played their role very well in the song and functioned as a good buffer between segments as well as good support for the other like spotlights. And then she also had some really good just like very solid vocals overall. I do think that Bijou's voice particularly is kind of like I haven't heard her go outside of that like higher pitch nasal range, and I'm not sure if that's something she's done before or she's like comfortable doing in the K-pop of her character. But I do think if she was able and willing to like kind of go outside that range, I think it would open up a lot more like a room for her in terms of like vocal segments she could do and stuff. That's just my 2 cents. You may not feel the same, and let me know if you do, because I'm not sure if that's just something I'm hearing and other people aren't. But I feel like if she was willing to kind of pull out of that like kind of nasal higher pitched voice, she could have a lot more versatility in what vocals she does. Um, but not to say that that's a slight on what she's already done. I think what she did here was great. But yeah, overall, this was a really cool showcase for all the vocalists here. I really enjoyed this. I think it was a very solid group song. Um, yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And as always, we'll recommend more things for you to check out in the comments below. Aside from that, I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much.